Welcome to US Classic Muscle Cars.
Hi, my name is Brad Hamilton. This is my son Jake Hamilton. This is our '69 Camaro. It's been in the family since 1982. It was restored, finished restoring it about 5 years ago. It took 11 years to build it. It has a ZZ 454, as you can see. We did a frame-off restoration. It has tubular control arms. Motor's almost 600 horsepower.
How much torque?
That I don't know. I haven't done anything on a dyno or anything like that.
And then I see you have a fan?
Yep, has a Be Cool fan and radiator system. Has custom-made lemon headers. It's actually a crate motor. It is a aluminum headed, I already said, a 454 Chevy performance motor, shipped from Oregon. Our rims are Budnik Famosa. They are billet rims and they're backed up by Bear front brakes, and it has Corvette rear brakes.
Tires that you're using look like
Just BF Goodrich G-Force.
The car also sits on a full Detroit speed suspension.
Yeah, it has Alston frame connectors. It has a Tremec 5-speed transmission. The car.
For the people that are new to that terminology, can you translate for them?
The transmission is where the handle is. That's what actually, most people have automatics. We have a 5-speed transmission, so I have to shift it per gear.
And the transmission that you mentioned, is that any special notoriety?
It's, as far as car guys go, yeah. It's
okay.
Tremec is a well-known name as far as manual transmissions.
And how long did it take you to do this build?
From start to finish, it's roughly about 11 years and a whole lot of money.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. The green is. It is a Mustang green, but it is the closest thing to the General Motors green that there was
Considering
at the
that car was
time.
discontinued.
All the body work, or I should say, probably about 90% of the body work was done in our garage. The final fit and finish and paint was done by Ron Kloiber at R&B Customs in Berlin.
Okay. What is the type of paint that's on here?
I'm sorry?
What is the type of paint that's on here?
It's I believe it's a PPG paint, and it has a lot of pearl. That's why, well, my son calls it a sunny car. He likes taking it out when it's sunny because the color really pops at that point.
Right.
The car is mini tubbed, so it has the tires. The rear tires are 315, 35 17s, and like I said, it's a full. Well, it has frame connectors to connect because this is a unibody, so it has two separate, basically subframes to it. The connectors connect it all together for stability and strength. The interior is a basic. It's a 69 Camaro interior. All I did is I got new foam, seat foams. It was originally an automatic. We turned it into a 5-speed. It has a Covan dashboard, dash panel. It was pretty rough. When we started the car as a restoration, you could stick your feet through the floors because they were so rusted out.
Wow.
A lot of time and effort.
And have you ever taken this to the track?
No.
You ever going to?
The wife won't let me. She says I'm not allowed.
Smart lady, smart lady.
Yeah, I have my buddy who actually helped with the build. Well, he did most of the build. I showed up with the money. He's my buddy Rick Brown. I have him to thank for the car coming out the way it did.
Sure. And then I know you said how long it took. How many hours do you think it took?
Have no idea.
Countless.
A lot of late hours.
I bet.
A lot of time in the garage till 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then we get up and go to work the next day still. So.
Can we see what it looks like with the hood down?
Sure. The car was actually built as a tribute to it was my older brother's, and he was killed in the car accident when he was in high school.
Sorry.
And then my dad was a Snap-on tool dealer, and he paid one of his customers to redo the car, and it just didn't come out the way we wanted it to. So then when my dad actually ended up passing, I told my wife I was going to redo the car again, and she said, I don't care what you do, just do it one time. She goes, because that's all you need.
Right.
So she's pretty awesome as far as my wife, and supportive of the car. So
There you go. Let's talk about this hood. Is this a...
that is a 2-inch cowl. It's a stock 2-inch cowl hood. It's all steel. Pretty much what we wanted to do is I wanted to keep as stock looking as possible. I like all the chrome on the old cars.
Exactly.
To me, that's why people are drawn to the old cars, is one, how they sound, and two, they catch your eye with all the shininess.
There you go. And you know what? You brought up a very interesting point. How it sounds. Is it possible to hear how there's not even a hesitation.
Yeah, he was reaching for his pocket before he even asked.
He says, I can't wait until that point.
Well, he drives it. This is what he learned how to drive a 5-speed.
Oh,
on.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it has 3-inch exhaust.
We need to get a couple GoPros and go inside and go for a drive.
He's got to go. He has a GoPro.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Anything else you want to tell the viewers?
One thing I want to add in, just funny story about original parts that were on the car.
Hey.
The original parts that were on the car, the spoiler, how it's got an indent in it. It happened when we were pushing the car onto a trailer, and was it you or Rick?
I think it was me.
My father went and pushed a little bit too hard in the dead center of it and ended up cracking it. So our buddy Rick that helped us build it ended up walking up to him and said, with a hacksaw in one hand, he said, you got two options here. Jigsaw. You can either buy a new spoiler or you can cut this out and see how it looks. So we decided to do that, and we had our own little custom spoiler.
We were kind of laughing at it when we were doing it, because I'm like, well, I go, what happens if it doesn't look right? He goes, we buy a new one. It was $109 for the spoiler. I'm like, cut it.
Right.
So he actually ended up cutting it with a jigsaw, and then we filled it with great stuff, and then fiberglassed it. It's funny going to car shows where you have like Camaro purists that are like, they'll look at it and they'll see something's wrong or something's different, and then they don't get it, and then I actually go up and tell them the story, and they're like, that's a cool idea.
You created a new product. And it's so cool.
And the funny thing is we didn't measure it or anything. When you look at it, that's where the crack actually was, and it just happened to be right in the middle of both of the stripes. So we didn't alter the stripes, we didn't alter the crack or anything, so it actually worked out pretty cool.
It was meant to happen.
Exactly, that's the funny thing.
The car is 50% yours, 50% his, and that's the dividing line.
Yeah, sure. I want to say 51% mine.
There you go.
We'll go 49 his.
I'll take it.
As we were talking about before, the car does have a full Detroit system suspension, Detroit Speed suspension package. Why don't you come over and we'll open the trunk and we can show you the amount of work that was done here. It looks kind of stock, but the wheel hubs, or tubs I should say. They are 2.5 inches bigger than a stock 69 Camaro. The I-beam that you can see going across, again, is for stabilization, and we have to mount the shocks. There's a lot of work done in the rear suspension, even though it looks stock. There was a lot to do in that. We moved the battery from the front of the car into the trunk for appearances. Tried to go with the let's keep everything hidden if we could. Our opinion is it makes the car look cleaner. You don't see all the wires hanging all over. Same within the engine compartment. And that was just basically aesthetically, we wanted it to look clean.
It's 4th of July in 2017. We're here at Naperville's Crossing, celebrating 4th in a car show with our car. It's a 1969 Camaro. We want to speak to the
family.
It's a labor of love. It was been in the family since 80s. The plates say tribute. My husband restored the car over 11 years in honor of his father and his 2 brothers.
I was able to help out as I got older with the car, and it was just a great, overall amazing experience being able to do it with my parents and my neighbor. Just really good family bonding over the years. And then in recent history, my girlfriend Anjali was welcomed into our family, and she's been supportive of everything with the car, and she loves it just as much as we do, which is amazing.
It's a family outing for us. It's time for us to spend time either in the garage building it, or the first ride with open headers down the street when you were like 9 years old with his father. No glass in the windows, but down that, he'll remember that forever. We spend time with Brad and how proud we are of him for building the car and honoring his family. So thanks for hearing our story.
Thank you for
Thanks
watching.
for watching.